and thank you for joining us on BOI Weekly. A warm welcome to the program. I am Kumbi Abuluade. This week, we'll take you to a part of north-central Nigeria, precisely Benue State, to see some of the projects supported by the Bank of Industry. Our first stop is at Green Source Farm Produce, located at number 1 Fidelis Anway Street, Lobby Quarters, Makurdi. The company produces yam flour and mango chips.
This is the factory of Green Source Farm Produce in Makurdi, Benue State. Incorporated in year 2017, the company produces mango chips and yam flour using locally sourced raw materials.
For instance, the mango, Benue produce a lot of different species of mango, and we discovered that during mango season, up to 70% of it get wasted because mango has a very short lifespan. And so we now started becoming interested. We now said, let us fill that gap. Instead of having a lot of post-harvest losses, let us take care of all the losses. And the only way we could take care of the losses was to see how we could get them dried up. And so that is where we came up into it. And now I want to say, with certainty, that we have fields that are convenient, where we used to have a lot of post-harvest losses in mango. Now we have reduced it to a very high degree because what we do is we have now aggregated all mango orchards in Benue, and during harvest season we get to them and we offer that. Any that is left over, that is because rats come, a lot of people come for the fruits. And so what we do is any other fruit that is not picked by those that come to buy and sell, send it to us. And then we have a yam flour. There are fundamentals in agricultural processing. And once you deviate, you will not achieve your goals. So what we do is food must be produced under a high acidity environment. People who are eating your product want to know the source from where this product has come. And if they will be more encouraged if the source of production is hygienic and is good enough. So we have maintained this as one of our areas, keep the environment hygienic enough so that this product will come up. And then we have maintained a product quality. Over the years, been proud that our product is 100% yam, no additives. And we will challenge any person who takes the products and asks questions. You can subject it to laboratory analysis. It will not have shown you any other additives. And so we will maintain this as a key indicator in the production process, so that no additives will be made to it, and the product will be the way people will desire. And now we have been able to achieve such that if you are on the yam eater, the pounded yam, the yam that you pound in your mortar and eat, this which we will give you from our mortar will be the same as the other one, maintaining the same quality, not losing. You have the taste of the yam and you have the smell of the yam.
Dr. Yenge goes down memory lane, touching on how Green Source Farm Produce started and how the company came about the BOI loan.
We started just like every other person by defining interests. When we saw that there is a big market which no person has taken advantage of, that is when I want to mention in terms of a lot of mango getting wasted. We now started in a very small place outside there. While we were coming in, the first structure that you have on your right, that was a small building. we started. And we discovered that the mango chips were gaining a lot of traction in the market. And people were becoming so interested. And then we heard about this BOI, BMSG low facility. Before we approached them, two other people from the BOI came over to pick our product. And then they introduced the bank to us that there is this facility and it could help us to grow to this level. And so we went over our plan. But then we now made other conditions. That is the NAFDAC condition. To get this facility to what we are now. And insisted that the production point must be this, the floor must be fully tarred, the wall fully tarred, and the roof properly sealed, the way you have seen here. And then BOI PE like it must be so. And so based on that, we submitted a proposal telling them this is the kind of structure I want, and these are the kind of facilities I want here. And then we process it, and happily they gave me the facility. And when we started and applied for the facility, I want to say at every stage it was seamless. The trajectory was so seamless. Indeed, they will insist that this must be done. Because we saw sincerity in their approach, and we saw that we were going to gain benefits we were going to have from it. And we went ahead. And as we continued, and then before we know, they said, okay, we'll go ahead. It gave us the leverage to choose for the supplier of our material. We made the choice of who we supply. But the other aspect which they were very strict was that it must be to the specifications. And when we installed, they came to inspect one by one, not just to look at the facility just like that, to be sure that all of them were working. They would put on this one, it will work, and then give result and they will continue. That was when the person was great. So for BOI, I want to say, to me, I don't know what happens to others anyway, but to our organization, we had no bitter experience with them at all. One other thing they did was, they have been giving us quite encouragement. They will send mail to me well in advance saying, you have to pay this. This is what you are paying. And when it gets to time, they will say, we have not paid, go ahead and pay. And anytime you pay it, they'll call back to appreciate us for having paid, and that we should prepare for another month. So I think that is friendly enough.
The financial and advisory support from the Bank of Industry have not only increased the production capacity of green source farm produce, but also helped in taking some people off the unemployment market.
We started with the staff for about 3, move 5, and I want to say we are 25 permanent staff. But there come time during production that the size of yam is not regular. It's not like cassava. Its peels cannot be peeled like cassava is. And then the mango too is not regular. And so sometimes we involve man for peeling. And so peeling production, we sometimes bring in adult staff that go up to 100 that work in shift so as to continue the process of peeling and the other product. The hours is a success story. You went in there, you saw what we've done. Last year, we were able to give up 5 tons of yam flour. So our work processing is what if you get your need, you will indeed be setting the state to better industry. I have been in printing for a very long time, for over 20 years. But now that I've ventured into processing of agricultural products, I feel and I do know that this is a better area. How I wish I could wind down a certain age so that the years I spent in my other area would be spent here. But I think I'm using the younger people so as to impact on them to see the value that it is important to stay in agricultural production. The agriculture industry is an industry that here you have the raw materials non-stop, and you can continue processing non-stop. And what we what we are doing again is, because we have started expanding and we have started relating with the international community, we are interested in certain details on knowing who the raw material producer is and what he does with the money we are paying him, so that if they are going to buy from us, these are the kind of things that we want us to address. So I've gone further by educating these people that it is not just having the mango stands, but ensuring the best practice of mango production.
The company is proud of its production processes and the quality of its products.
And one other thing was, when we were taking the facility from BOI, they told us their desire is not for us to just restrict ourselves to the national market, to see how we can explore the international market. And I'm happy to tell you that they match their desire as good action. Because during the November last year, they sponsored completely to take our products to Cairo. And while we were in Cairo, another person who produces from Cote d'Ivoire came and met us. And that was when we got ourselves properly exposed to the international market. Now with the relationship we have with BOI, we have now come to understand that the national market, the domestic market, is different from the international market. Here we produce and people look for it. But then the international market, we have discovered that from what I was mentioning to you, that we have now gone to get all the farmers who we get our raw material from. That is from a fallout from the international market. They insist to know this, and they insist to know that we are not compromising the ecosystem in our process. And so this clear issues, we say we have key in and we are coming on, and we feel that we are making traction.
The founder and chief executive officer of Green Source Farm Produce believes that the company is on its way to fully achieving its vision of being the producer and supplier of organic fine flour and dehydrated foods around the world.
Still in Benue State, the Foodie Cuisine is another beneficiary of BOI loan. The Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the company, Mrs. Dorcas, says the facility from the Bank of Industry has made a huge difference in the Foodie's operations.
Welcome to the Foodie Cuisine, located at number 41 Railway Bypass, High Level, Makadi, Benue State. Established in the year 2020 by a banker turned restaurateur, the Foodie Cuisine is a company set up to provide local and intercontinental dishes in a serene and relaxing environment, while also creating employment opportunities.
I started as a food seller on the streets. You know, I didn't know that this dream will become, this bigger picture in life. It was born out of the quest and the zeal to create jobs for those unemployed youths on Benue streets. As a banker, then I thought of something that could add value to the Benue unemployed, and I see creating or bringing up a restaurant as something that can create jobs for Benue youth, especially the women folks.
The Foodie Cuisine's quest for growth led the company to seek a loan from the Bank of Industry.
I always listen to people say their success story on television, and I'll keep praying and say, God, where will this come to me? And as God will have it, I approach the bank just carelessly, say, okay, let me try and see if it will work. looking at the bureaucracy, but also understanding the documentation process. Given my background, I was able to, succeed within the shortest possible time because I understand what is expected of me to bring on board on time, and we are able to, assess a facility that helps us, move further. For me, what motivated me to approach you was your rates and the flexibility in the repayment.
And here's how the funds provided by the Bank of Industry is boosting the operations of the Foodie Cuisine.
Running a restaurant has to do with two major aspects, the heating and the cooling aspect of it. And the heating has to do with, the production side of it, where you have your power on, where you make your production, you have your cookers, and you have all that. Then the cooling aspect of it has to do where we chill our drinks. We have the AC cooling to provide a serene environment for people to sit and enjoy their meals. So that's where the Bank of Industry comes in. We're able to get a 100 kVA generator. That's really, really helped us, in the cooling and powering of this place, because this business cannot survive without power. Not just the generator, I think the funds were also used to buy our mixer, automated mixer. It cost us a lot to buy that one too, and we are able to buy deep freezer. That has made us to have increase the number of people we have employed, because production has to take place and we need people to attend to our guests, our customers and all that. So our number of staff have also increased drastically. We also didn't just start at this level. We started at a very humble beginning in a one small plaza, but to the glory of God, we've been able to acquire this structure, and with also the help of your bank, we've been able to acquire more equipment, and for us, I think we'll ever remain grateful to Bank of Industry, and we believe that our focus in the future is to expand to other states, where we can have more branches. And so I'm praying and I'm wishing that once we are able to finish up this facility, Bank of Industry will be able to give us more, more money to be able to expand.
Sharing key advice to budding entrepreneurs, the MD CEO of the Foodie Cuisine projects a brighter future for the company as it continues to hold on to its core values.
I look at the Foodie in 5 years to be at least in 3 or 4 states. That's our desire, and we are stopping at nothing to achieve that. I always encourage my staff that we cannot stand for anything less, and people like good food, people like their meals being prepared in hygienic environments, and we also hold in high esteem customer service, being the first. Without the customer, we are not in business. So these are things that form part of our core values, and I know that with this we will be able to go far, because we will not tolerate anything that will jeopardize the dream of the foodie. Don't settle for less, and whatever you are set out to achieve, please don't think it's too much. Just keep trying, keep pushing, don't give up, no matter, because there's nothing you do in this life that is free from challenges. Challenges will come, but how you manipulate those challenges to your own advantage differentiates you, and is what will make the business stand out. I will also say that people that seek to go into business and they feel they don't have people to support, it's just the mindset. I know the government both at the federal and state, always provide. Sometimes they provide those enabling environment for us to utilize, but sometimes lack of knowledge. People don't know how to access these funds. Just walk into the bank and ask questions. Then also looking at mentorship. Some of us are out willing to mentor people because I've seen, I've conquered, and I know that if I identify, women especially that are out there struggling, to set up their business, I should be able to, chip in one or two, with the right connection. I believe that, yes, certainly, you will be great and will do well and will succeed.
Thank you for staying tuned. In our next edition, we'll bring you more success stories of projects supported by the Bank of Industry. In the meantime, if you're an entrepreneur interested in getting financial assistance to boost the growth of your business, do reach out to the Bank of Industry on www.boi.ng or any of the social media handles showing on your screen. You can also go to any of the BOI offices across the states, plus the FCT. And that's the program for this week. Thank you so much for being a part of it. I am Kumbi Aboluade. Bye for now.